for the Impala Bob's Phantom Grille for the 64 Impala. I just installed this thing, and it is a real treat to install. That mixed with the fact they don't put any instructions in the box for you, so you have no idea how to install it, and you call them and they say, we don't know how to install it, Google it. Google doesn't have anything, so it's a little bit of a challenge. So with me having the car already tore down, no old parts to take off, it took me about 8 hours worth of test fitting, cutting, trimming, custom fabricating, drilling holes to get this thing to set in here like this. So what the kit comes with is 3 pieces of billet, so you get that one, and that one, and a couple brackets that allow you to shim your headlight buckets back. So the brackets are just extensions, and I'd say it's probably about 6-inch extensions that mount to your factory headlight bracket tabs and scoots back your buckets. You also have to drill out the rivets that hold on the factory bucket brackets that would normally bolt in right there. You have to take those brackets off. They will not work because your buckets need to sit all the way up against the radiator support. So the way I handled that was I used their extension brackets over here, and if you don't have the extension brackets, don't freak out. It's pretty simple. Like I said, it's about an 8-inch strip of steel that has this contour to it. So you can just put that in a vise even and bend it to where it has this shape, and then drill 3 holes on this side and 3 holes on the back side, so you can bolt everything in kind of like factory. So that takes care of this side, and over here I just ran a piece of all thread double nuts to hold that in place, and then ran it back through there. So that takes care of the headlight bracket, or the headlight buckets. You don't need to actually cut the buckets, but you do have to drill out some rivets and move it back. Now, one thing I do notice is the wiring does not line up anymore. That one's okay, the low beam's okay, the high beam is not. So you could probably still get in there with some new connectors and run that back out, or you can open up that hole. I'd rather not cut up the radiator support. So that takes care of your headlight buckets. Then what you have to do is remove the old grill from the grill brace. So it's riveted along here. You got to go through and drill out all the rivets so you just have the brace left. When you have just that brace left, then you can go through and attach the tabs that they give you. You can attach those to your brace. I just drilled some holes, marked it from the underside, drilled some holes and put some rivets in there so it looks factory. So once that's on there, and make sure it's centered up with the angle and everything. Once that's on there, you need to drill holes into your lower valance piece. I just ran some screws with a nut on the back side to hold the tabs in down there. So that piece, the center piece, fits without any trimming basically. You just have to make your own mounts. The headlight covers, there's a lot of trimming with the headlight covers. I had to cut this side down about a ½ inch, and I had to completely recontour this to match the curve and to allow everything to line up. So play with it, go slow. I'd say I probably cut off about a ¼ inch to a ½ inch over here, and then about a ½ inch over on this side. And what I had to do is make a little drop down Z bracket there to attach to that, and then once again you can see the spots over there where I drilled down into the valance and then ran a screw and a bolt through there. So now in order to change your headlights, you'd need a long Phillips head screwdriver, get down there, loosen up those, and then you can take this one off and this will come out. So it's not the end of the world, but it makes it a little bit more difficult to change the headlights. So that's what I had to do to install this thing. Hopefully that'll give you a little bit of an idea and some helpful tips on installing it, because I was kind of lost when I opened up the box and didn't see any instructions. So you do have to remove a few brackets off of your headlight buckets. You have to custom make your own attachment points for that. You could go as crazy as you want to with that. And then my kit, like I said, came with those extension panels to move the headlight buckets back on the fender side anyway. But it's kind of weird they didn't give you anything to attach them on the other side. So, and then just a lot of drilling, trimming, test fitting, lining up. But it is cool when it's all said and done. It gives it a cool look. So don't be afraid of it.